Hello, I just wanted to make a quick video on how to rig a stick figure in ToonSquid. Took me a minute to figure this out, probably about 3 days. I had to email the dev to figure out what I was doing wrong. I will try my best to explain what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. I will also be showing indicators on the screen where I'm pressing and what I'm pressing, so you can follow along as easy as possible. So we're just going to make a grouped layer. You would do that by clicking the plus sign, clicking group, and name it your character. In this case, this is our main stick figure. And after you've done that, make sure that you have your group layer selected. We're going to be drawing in vector paths, so we'll be using the pen on the bottom left. Each time we draw a line with this, it will create another layer in our grouped folder. I'll show you that in a minute when I get our drawing set up. For the head, I'll be using the ellipse and just dragging and stretching it into the head. For the rest of the drawing, I'll be using the freehand pen, which is still in the vector path brush on the bottom left. Then you want to click the icon on the top right and select freehand. We're just going to check our layers to make sure that our head is in our grouped layer. When drawing our body, you want to make sure that we keep this in mind. Our body bends, so we have two control points, one on the end and one at the other end. Right? We need to add one in the middle. We do that by tapping on the center so the bones know to bend in that area. And we're going to do that for every limb that bends, so the arms and the legs will also have this extra control point. And just a quick reminder that every time we draw with this vector path brush that we have here, it's a pen, every time we draw with it, it will create a separate layer for each limb. This does not happen with pixel brushes or vector brushes. It only happens with the path pen that we have selected currently. I'm just going to rename our layers so it's easier to read and see what I'm currently doing. As right now, we want to click a limb, in this case the torso, and click the center dot and click symmetric, right? This will make it so when you bend the character, the line is smooth and it is not a sharp edge when you bend it over like a giant L shape. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be more of like a half circle when you bend. We're going to do this to every center point on each limb. Only the center point, not the end pieces, only the center. Once we have done that, we are going to start adding our bones. You got to pay real close attention to how you add the bones and which order they are added in. You want to open the bones, you click the icon on the right, you click effects, you click the plus sign over there, you scroll down to find bones, you click bones, and we have bones highlighted there, and we see we have the plus sign on the left with the bone icon, right? And now we're going to draw our bones. We're going to start at the hip bone and we're going to continuously draw our bones from the hips to the head. Now we go back and we select our chest bone. Then we draw our left arm. Across the arm we go. 1, 2, and now we select the chest bone again. Then we draw the right arm. Now for the leg bones, we want to select our hip bone. It's the bone at the very bottom. And then we draw our leg bones just like we did with the arms. There's our left leg. Right? And when we're done with our left leg, we click on the hip bone again. And then we draw the right bones for the right leg. When you've done that, you should be able to select the hip bone and be able to rotate the whole character as one piece. Everything should be intact with itself. Nothing should be sitting still. Everything should rotate with it. The next bones are our feet. We're going to draw these separately from every bone, so make sure you don't have any bones selected when you draw these 2 feet. And you do that by just tapping on the white page each time you draw a new bone. Next, we want to be able to have our feet move our drawing around. This next part is really hard for me to explain, so I will have on-screen indicators on where I'm pressing to show you what you need to do to make it happen. Once you've done all that, you should be able to grab the foot and push it up, and it will bend the leg for you. Now we're just going to do the same thing we just did, but for the left leg now.